Before we get into this video, I just want to say I don't know how long it's going to be necessarily. It's one of those things where the new season came out, so obviously I want to cover it and, fill you guys in on everything that's new and play through some of the stuff and just make a fun video. But at the same time, this video may be a bit more brief or just maybe a bit shorter or lower energy than usual. Unfortunately, yesterday I had the unfortunate unpleasantry of experiencing heat exhaustion for the first time. You gotta love that, Florida, I'd say summer sun, but we're in September, but yet it's still pushing almost 100 degrees outside. So, yeah, yesterday evening was a little rough, and unfortunately, I'm still feeling the effects of it today. But, all is well. I'm alive, and that's all that matters. So, let's go ahead and play some Call of Duty. Where do we even begin with the new season? I guess we'll go over to the Battle Pass, and the first thing you'll probably notice is that, yes, Michael Myers is actually a part of the Battle Pass, similar to the final season of Modern Warfare 2, where we had Spawn in that Battle Pass. We got Michael Myers here, which is pretty cool. We also got a bunch of new weapons as usual, and I must say, the blueprints in the Battle Pass are easily the best that we've ever seen in a Call of Duty Battle Pass. Almost all of them are animated. Right here we got the Death's Hands, where it's like a light blue, almost white type of thing. We got like the skulls flying through it, which is really cool, and you also have a couple of these where they almost look like Orion camo from last year, but not exactly. Like, obviously, there's, like, demon faces and teeth and such flowing through the weapon. It's just that the color scheme sort of reminds me of Orion, I guess. But, yeah, the blueprints are really cool in this Battle Pass. It is also worth noting that this season is much shorter than literally any other season so far this year. This one is only 48 days. I know it's only shorter by a week, but I know some people that may need that extra week to get the Battle Pass done just because, yeah, the Battle Passes can take a little while sometimes. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to really get your grind on this time. However, they do have double XP going for the next 5 days, and that does include Battle Pass XP, so that should help you out there, and hopefully they run some more double XP events throughout the season. Me personally, I always end up finishing mine within the first week or two, but again, not everybody's in my situation where playing this game is part of what they do for a living, and they may only be able to play for a bit in the evening, so just do keep that in mind. Just like every other season of Modern Warfare 3 so far, we also have a seasonal camo of sorts, where completing every set of weekly challenges will unlock you a new camo. However, since this season is shorter, and since Black Ops 6 comes out in literally a month, you're only going to have to complete 4 weeks of weekly challenges this time, and thankfully they didn't scale back and make the camo absolutely terrible since you only have to put in half the work as usual. Nope, despite the fact that we're only putting in half the work, they still gave us a really solid camo, which is awesome. Obviously, we won't be able to unlock it for another 4 weeks yet, but it's called Drawn and Quartered, and I mean, me personally, I really like it. Some people may disagree. It's definitely not as flashy as some like Allegiances or Rotten Inferno or even like the DNA camo from Season 4, for example, but I still think it's cool, fits in with the Halloween theme. I'm sure if it's in the right lighting, like especially on some of the darker maps or maybe in like some of the Warzone zombie type modes, like the haunting modes, it would probably stick out a good bit with the lighting and such. And speaking of weekly challenges, that's actually a great segue into the next thing that we're gonna have to cover here. So for completing the first set of weekly challenges in Season 6 of Modern Warfare 3, you unlock the Jack Salvo aftermarket part for the Cat AMR sniper rifle. And you're probably looking at it like, I mean, it's just normal, Cat AMR, right? I mean, it's still slow as ever, it only has 3 bullets in the mag. Well, there is one distinction, and that's the fact that, yeah, it literally shoots rockets now. And no, that doesn't hurt this thing's range. It's literally a sniper rifle rocket launcher. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but I mean, I'm not complaining either. Thankfully, to account for how overpowered this could have been, the bullet velocity is toned down quite a bit, so, it does take a bit for the rocket to actually hit the thing that you're trying to shoot at, but I'm just really curious to see what kind of clips people will whip up in multiplayer Warzone with this thing. And while we're in the menus, we might as well go ahead and mention the fact that similar to every season since Season 3 Reloaded, it was really weird how they rolled it out. It took until Season 3 Reloaded, not Season 3, just Reloaded, for them to introduce these weapon prestige camos. First, we had One Trick in Season 3 Reloaded, then in Season 4 we had Molten Obsidian, in Season 5 we had Mercury, which was really nice, but now in Season 6 we have the granddaddy of them all, Constellation's End. To unlock this, you need 300,000 weapon XP. This camo is absolutely insane. So I mean, I don't even know how to describe this camo. It almost reminds me, if you guys remember back in Black Ops 4, how you had those camos that could change over time, like Dark Matter specifically, how it could change between different colors. It sort of reminds me of that, kind of, in a way, except obviously this doesn't seem to be reactive, it's just animated, and it just keeps flowing between colors. You got some red, some green, some purple and pink, a little bit of orange in there, like, yeah, this camo is absolutely insane, and I'm gonna try to unlock it for as many weapons as possible. Speaking of as many weapons as possible, there is some new weapons in the Battle Pass, which we had kind of briefly touched on before, those being the Kastov LSW LMG, as well as the DTIR 3006 battle rifle. Obviously, I don't have these unlocked just yet because the season literally just came out, but once I unlock these, which will probably be in like a day or two, I'll go through, max out the weapons, and unlock Interstellar and Borealis for them as usual, and then we'll take a look at that in a future video, and by that point, I'll also have Constellations and unlock, so we'll take a look at all three, or I guess we'll look at the camos on those two weapons as well as the new camo on the Battle 27 all at once in that video. Something else I just noticed is that it seems like something's going to be happening in about 2 weeks here. If you look at the top left of the Battle Pass, there's a little countdown going right now. It says 13 days, 5 hours, 3 minutes, and 50-some seconds, so I'll be curious. I guess, are they going to be rolling out Season 6 Reloaded in literally 2 weeks? I mean, since there's only a month since Black Ops 6 comes out, I mean, I guess that would make sense. But now that we've taken a look at basically everything that's new in the menus here, we'll go ahead and dive into a game. We're going to load into Drive-Thru, which is one of the new maps here in Season 6. So many decisions. Do I want to play Kill Confirmed on Drive-Thru? Or do I want to play Kill Confirmed on Drive-Thru? Anyways, here we are on the brand new map Drive-Thru, and immediately you got Funnies here, and yeah, that clown's probably going to give me nightmares. I'll go ahead and pull up the tag map just so you guys can kind of get an idea for how big this map is. It's not exactly a small slaughterhouse like Meat or Shipment, but, you know, it's a little bit bigger. It's not necessarily a medium map, though. It's still on the smaller side of things, but you know, we're not going to focus on getting kills or anything like that. I'm literally just going to run around so you guys can kind of get an idea for the map here. You got like this merry-go-round here, which is a little trippy because it can actually move you around. So if you want to like slowly peek the corner, oh, there's somebody to be, then you go ahead and shoot him and do your thing. Wow, my aim is absolutely doo-doo. But then beyond the merry-go-round, you have this back section. And basically, this is sort of like the middle point between the two spawns. So one team will kind of spawn over on this side, and then on the other side of the merry-go-round, and then on the other side of the fast food restaurant, people will be spawning in back here. But yeah, there is a few spots that can be potentially a little annoying. Some people have been scoping out here, but the one main spot I've been seeing, which we'll try to get to in a moment if I can get past all the gunfire. This is one of the spots right here. People have been jumping up on this dumpster and kind of holding out this spot, so that's one thing to watch out for. But yeah, you run around the outside of the restaurant, you got a bunch of vehicles here, you got a little house you can run through. This is like the main spot. Like the other dumpster is kind of annoying, but yeah, this is like the dumpster to watch out for. Got the side of the restaurant with an RV just to sort of block line of sight here. You got another shed out here in the back, and yeah, that basically covers the vicinity. Again, the outside just mainly serves to be like spawn points for everybody, and then the inside is when you start to get into that Meat Das House Shipment territory of just absolute chaos. People charging in through the doors, jumping through the windows, everybody getting blasted. My screen just went black and I have no idea why. Hey, so you're hearing me off of my phone's microphone, and yeah, it seems like something in my setup just got borked. I don't know what it was. My mic is flashing, my computer's bugging out a bit, so something went wrong in the pipeline here, and I'm gonna try to figure out, so hopefully we can finish this video. Okay, after much troubleshooting, it seems like there's something wrong with my computer, and I have absolutely no idea what it was, because right now it's like kind of bugging out and not sending enough power to any of my USBs to do what my USBs need to do, so of all days for things to go wrong, why is it on the day when I feel like garbage? I'm gonna restart my PC, but if this doesn't work, then I don't know. Yeah, my microphone's still doing that thing where the light's like bugging out. I don't get it. I switched it from USB 3 to USB 2, and for some reason that made it start not blinking, so that fixed it. Alright, well, I figured out the issue, and this is gonna sound really strange, but for some reason, the USB 3 ports in my PC, maybe they got overloaded. I'm not sure what happened, but right now I guess they're not sending enough power to power my capture card or my microphone, but the USB 2 ports are working, so I'm gonna have to open my PC later, probably. Well, that was a really annoying 10 minutes. Okay, so basically, the only, unable to check, wait, what do you mean? Unable to connect to a data center. Please check your internet. There's nothing wrong with my internet. What is even happening? Unable to connect to it. Oh my god. I'm restarting the game, and if that doesn't fix it, then yeah, it also sucks because when I swapped the capture card over to the USB 2.0 port, now it's recording in 30 FPS when normally the videos record in 60 FPS. Why is everything going wrong today, of all days? End of Battle Pass Season 5 recap. Dog, I've already looked at that. What do you mean? I'm giving this one more chance. Yippee, I'm finally in a game. Anyway, attempt number 2, since my setup just completely broke last time, and the video is now recording in 30 FPS instead of 60, because how broken everything got. But anyway, yeah, you know, this is the inside part of the restaurant, and, yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, the outside is the spawn points, the inside's the slaughterhouse, and Yeah, it's a really fun map, honestly. I genuinely love this map. From the first time I played it, it immediately gave me those, like, instant classic vibes. Like, this one's definitely gonna be one that's gonna come back in future games. Next, we'll go ahead and take a look at the other new map of the game. So in Season 6, they decided to add a ton of map variants to the game. We have 2 brand new maps, so, like, Drive-Thru and the other one, but then they added, like, I think the total number was, like, 6 or 8 total map variations. We have some for shipment, and when I say some for shipment, I should really say we have, like, 5 for shipment, I think it was. One of them right here being Ghost Ship, and I'm actually not sure if the other ones are available in the game yet, or if they'll be coming at a, just like, trickling out throughout the season. All I know is that they have 2 playlists currently, those being Ghost Ship 24/7 and Drive-Thru 24/7, so these are the ones that they have highlighted at the moment. But anyway, and this is sort of like a ghosty, Halloween-y version of Shipment, and honestly, I really dig this one, and it's probably my favorite version of Shipment that they have in Modern Warfare 3. You can see a bunch of the houses on the outside. It's clearly out in, like, the woods or, like, a foresty area, and yeah, I really dig this version of the map, and again, they've added a bunch of other variants to the game. I've also gotten to play on Mad Cow, which is essentially a variant of Meat, which is, like, sort of just, like, flooded with water all over the place. Unfortunately, it's sort of hard to get footage of that one, considering the fact that it's just sort of been thrown into the normal rotation of the maps, and there's not a dedicated playlist for it. This is literally the exact same as normal Shipment outside of the aesthetic differences, but honestly, I'm all here for it. We still got 2 brand new maps this season, which is awesome. You know, that's sort of like the default bare minimum that you'd expect from a season, you know, somewhere between, like, 2 to 3 maps at launch, and then, like, another map or 2 at the season reloaded mark, and then, but then this time, they give us, like, 6 map variants or something like that, so I'm all here for it. Like I've said before, I love these map variants, and it's a great way to give us something that feels new while putting a spin on something that we all already know and love. So, you know, again, I'm all here for it, and I'd love to see them continue this trend in Black Ops 6, which I'm expecting to happen since the Black Ops games typically do lean into the variants quite a bit. Typically, those are only reserved for, like, daytime and nighttime variants, though, so I'd love to see Treyarch get even crazier with it, maybe give us a few different variations in Nuketown in the next game, who knows. But anyway, there it is. That's it. That's everything new in Season 6. I'm a little frustrated because of my setup breaking. I feel like garbage because I'm recovering from heat exhaustion, and you know, again, of all days for things to go wrong with the recording session, I guess today just had to be that day, huh? But it is what it is. I'm gonna get this video edited, uploaded, and then I'm just gonna chill, play some Call of Duty for the day. Y'all know how it goes, and yeah, man. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the Patreons and channel members, thank you to all even the low ball tier, and anybody shout out there in the big ball tier, my last game, the anime, and on G tier, run, Vince, on the cheese, thank you guys so much, guys. Are Little Legends, I love you. Have an amazing day, stay beautiful, I love you all. Peace.